Here's something for all you young guys who are just looking for something that would be a good challenge, and maybe you're looking at going and joining the military. I'll tell you, I went through Alert Academy a couple years ago, and I just did the basic training. And it's pretty much, it uses a military structure to teach you through the organization. And anyways, it is just such a good organization. I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, May 9th. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's the day after Mother's Day. I said that in my first video. And we're going to get on to the second video, which is going to be talking about the Institute in Basic Life Principles actually reaching out to me after I shared photographs of Jackson Duggar at the Alert Academy, which is the first time I've ever heard from this organization in my life. And it actually kind of made me chuckle because of the irony of what they said to me. So anyone that follows me knows that we have been covering the Duggars for several years, at least since 2018, while I was still writing at Patheos and, did videos here and there, but then really kicked it up after everything happened at Josh's work when they went in and took all of his electronics. And since November of 2019, it's been covered very consistently on this channel. I covered them before, but it's been more consistent since everything happened with Josh. Throughout that time, we have covered all aspects of the IBLP. We have talked about their curriculum. We have talked about the seminars. We have had discussions about the Alert Academy, Journey of the Heart, all the different programs that they offer, the family conferences. We have talked about how the Duggars have been a main speaker. We have explored that Gil Bates is on the board of the IBLP. We have discussed the lawsuits against Gothard. We have discussed how Gothard had to step down. We have gone through extensively the teachings about how they talk about marriages and families and the umbrella, various facets that encompass the IBLP. So we have shared photographs a lot of the, from all facets of the Institute in Basic Life Principles public websites. They have a Facebook page, they have a Instagram page, they have a website, they have a Flickr account, they have a YouTube channel. Like, this is not a private company, and so a lot of people source their information directly from the IBLP when they report on them. So a couple weeks ago, there was photographs starting to circulate. They were over on Reddit. So if you're in the know with the Institute in Basic Life Principles, you kind of know the different pages to follow. You follow the Alert Academy, you follow the family conferences, and in April, when I was following the Alert Academy, I noticed that there was a picture of Jackson Duggar at the Academy for Unit 66. And they live streamed the video of the first day, and they posted photos on all their different all their different avenues, and it had all the different cadets that were a part of it, and it overall was just normal. So anyways, I shared photographs of Jackson at the Alert Academy. I also shared some photographs of that they had shared on their Flickr account of Jackson. They had kind of done away with, they had been trying to sort of like not have a lot of photographs of Jackson at the Academy. And I have shared photographs of all the boys at the Academy. So I've shared photographs of Jeremiah, of Joseph, of Josiah. So like when they've gone through the Alert Academy, even the Duggars share their photographs. Anyways, long story short, the photographs of Jackson at the Alert Academy were all circulating everywhere. I posted them. They were on Reddit. They were posted by multiple media outlets that also found them through the same sources. And so I was kind of surprised when I got this message from the Alert Academy because the photographs were everywhere and everyone literally is posting them, but they were not happy with me. And I actually kind of laughed because of what they told me. If you have followed me for any length of time, you know that I'm not the best at responding to anything in my DMs. In fact, Instagram is probably, if you're ever going to try to reach out to me, the worst way to reach out to me. I rarely check my DMs. I don't spend a lot of time in my DMs for the most part, just because if I did, I think that would be all I did all day. And if someone ever needs to send a tip, I always say to email it to me, which is withoutacrystalball78@gmail.com. That's my tip email. So if there's something that you wanted to send to me and you had a tip, send me an email. It's the best way to get in touch with me. I will see an email. When it comes to Instagram and the filtering, I'm not guaranteed to see it. So every once in a while, I'll go through my filters, and I noticed that the Alert Academy had sent me a message last Monday, which is hilarious because I think I shared the photos of Jackson like well before this. And their message to me says this: please immediately stop using our photos on your account and remove any photos of our students from your account, as some of our students are minors. You do not have written permission from any of our students to be using their photos to further your business. And it's a reckless invasion of their privacy for you to use them in this manner. I can't. Listen, if anyone understands minor privacy, hello, I don't post photographs of my son online anymore because of that. There's photographs from when he was younger. There's like photos with his head with a emoji on top of him now, but we do not post photos of him. If you've seen him in a video, it's been accidental. We do not intentionally go out of our way to share photographs because we don't want people online taking photos of our kid. And it still happens. They still find the old photos of our son and still make memes out of it. So I think it's hilarious that they said, please stop using our photos on your account and remove any photos of our students from your account. First of all, they're students. I didn't know that they were students. They're an academy, Alert Academy. I thought they were cadets. And it says you do not have written permission from any of our students to be using their photos to further your business. So first off, I don't need written permission to share a photo that was found on a public website as long as I'm crediting the source of where it's coming from and I share where it came from. Facebook has a policy, which is where I got a lot of the information and the video, because they allow people to reuse photos. And Facebook basically says, once you post something publicly on Facebook, it's kind of fair game. And there is a fair use practice on the internet that if you post something and you do transformative content around that, whether it's for educational purposes or if you are, providing commentary, insight, even if you're doing a parody of something, it's fair use. So when it comes to minors, I'm very careful for the most part about sharing minors' photographs unless they're public figures like the Duggars, or if they are, reality TV stars and they're already on TV. But when it comes to the Alert Academy, these are photographs that, again, they've posted on all of their various websites. They're using the images of the minors, which are being used to further their business. I'm using the image to simply say Jackson's at the Alert Academy and the Duggars haven't learned anything, in my opinion. But I think it's hilarious that they're saying that it's an invasion of privacy for me to post a photograph of Jackson Duggar because he's a minor, but he'll be 18 on May 23rd. He will be turning 18 days before he actually graduates from the Alert Academy. So they're mad that I shared a photograph of Jackson on my Instagram because I've invaded Jackson's privacy. Jackson, a public figure who was on reality television. Jackson, who is at the Alert Academy, whose parents are public figures, who is on reality television, and public photos put out by the Alert Academy. Now, if my response to the Alert Academy would be, if I were to actually respond to them, but I'm not going to, would be to just simply say, invasion of privacy is actually what I would say is what's found in their applications to become cadets and the Alert Academy. When someone applies to join the Alert Academy, they have to give the most sordid details about their lives to be considered to go through this how many ever weeks program. On their questionnaire, they ask them if they have if they've ever been essayed. They ask them if they've ever been ABUSED'd at any point in their lives. And then they ask them to explain. So you're asking a minor child if they've been SA'd, and then you're asking that minor child to explain the essay to you to gain admissions into your program. That's what I would actually call an invasion of privacy. Also, it's an invasion of privacy, in my opinion, to ask someone if they have homosexual feelings or if they've been in a homosexual relationship. It's none of their business. Or if they've fathered children outside of wedlock. Or if they have tattoos. They have a rule on the Alert Academy that if you get a tattoo and you lie about it, they will kick you out of their program. That's how strongly they feel about tattoos. They also want to know what you're doing online, what your thought life is like. Are you struggling with your thoughts? So, me sharing a photo of Jackson going through a program that the Duggars used a similar program for Josh, knowing that the Duggars have sent multiple sons to this program, knowing that I have people that have gone through this program that have said it's worse than the Marines boot camp, and they have like PTSD from going through the programs, according to them, is not an invasion of privacy. It's just reporting. But it's an odd time for the IBLP to reach out to me of all people, because if we're going to be completely honest, and I'm just saying, the IBLP is under a ton of scrutiny right now. They had NBC breathing down their necks in February. They have a huge documentary, 2 that are about to come out. One, I think, is about the people that sued Gothard, and the other one is the one that's on Amazon. There is been a huge fallout by the IBLP. They closed down their ATI. They've had tons of negative press, and they have been accused of exploiting people over the years by having people allegedly work for no money. They've had to close down various training centers. And now they're going to say that someone's invading a minor's privacy, i.e. Jackson Duggar, by posting a photograph of Jackson Duggar on our Instagram, when they're the ones that have been using photos of the Duggars for years to further their business. I wonder, part of me wonders if the Duggars reached out to them and were like, we don't want Jackson's photo anywhere, and like encouraged them to reach out to me. I never really know, because the Duggars don't reach out to me. So if you're ever wondering if the Duggars have ever threatened to sue me or ever sent me a letter or even contacted me, the answer is no. I've never heard from the Duggars in regards to anything. They've never contacted my attorneys. There's never been a threat of a lawsuit. The Duggars already tried to sue In Touch, and it didn't work. So I don't know that the Duggars are going after media anymore at this point, because they have bigger fish to fry with what's happening with Josh. They have to sort of figure out what's going to work for them, and going after every single reporter that reports on them won't stop the reporting. And I don't know, I think Jim Bob's kind of figured that out after a while, that you have to just sort of turn the other cheek. And so they become sort of masters of sort of trying to control their narrative as much as possible. And that's what they can do with their platform. So they might start showing more things that are positive. Well, this is, again, a negative story about them, because Jackson's at an academy that's tied to the group that many people say failed Josh and provided him no help when he was a child. I'm just saying. So to the Alert Academy, who is also currently recruiting for more kids to go through these programs, I would encourage you to look up what fair use looks like. I would also encourage you that if a minor child is going to be showcased on your public pages, that you blur their faces out, or you not use photographs of these people on your public internet. Like, if you're going to put them out on Instagram, Facebook, and Flickr, and you're going to have them in videos on YouTube, those photographs are going to get disseminated, especially with the amount of scrutiny that y'all are under. So Jackson Duggar is there. He'll be 18 in 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And I just hope that Jackson's okay. Like, that's everyone's concern, is we want to make sure that Jackson's okay. We want to make sure that his like life isn't been invaded by what he's learning at this place that I think is got a lot of problems. And that's my opinion. So the IBLP is coming for me to remove my photos, which I did oblige, and I archived, I think I archived them on my Instagram, I believe. I'm not sure. There might be one still. I did respect their request, and I archived the photographs, and I won't use them moving forward. But if we really want to be honest, who is the one that's exploiting children? Reporters like me, or them posting photographs and also recruiting people into their programs that have horrible applications that are invasive? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Bye, guys.